What's up, friends? Today we are making grilled chicken Alfredo. It is pouring rain. Here in Colorado, especially along the Front Range, we have been getting rain for the past week, and it looks like we're going to be getting rain into this week, probably the entire week. But that's not going to stop us from grilling. I need to get this meal made so then we can get it into the freeze dryer. So rain or shine, we're grilling today. So if chicken Alfredo is something that you have always wanted to make, it's really easy. I'm not going to be making my sauce by hand today. We're just going to use cans. So if you want to learn how to make some chicken Alfredo, stick around. Okay, we'll just stick that in the sink for now. And then I'm actually going to rinse these off. I'm going to give the chicken a little bit of a squeeze. We're going to drain off the juices. We're going to drain the juices off into the sink. Okay, wow, that chicken's still a little frozen. That's impressive. Okay, let's stick it in there. All right, so the chicken, because of how thick it is, I'm just going to slice it thinly. Okay, we're going to slice this one in half as well because of how thick it is. All right, so we got two halves that didn't quite cut very evenly, but it'll work for what we want to do. We're going to put this into the sink. We're going to wash our hands because from this point forward I can use a knife or I can use tongs or I could use a fork to pick up the chicken and season it. All right. So because this is going in chicken Alfredo, I'm going to try and pick a complementary seasoning that's going to complement the rest of the dish. And I am going to just use a Weber grill, not sponsored by Weber, it's just what we have on hand. Roasted garlic herb seasoning. This stuff's actually pretty good, and there is no MSG in here, which is important to me. So let me get a fork. We're just going to season some pieces. I didn't feel the need to use another dish, the raw chicken, the raw chicken thawed on it. I won't use it when I take the chicken off the grill though. Okay, so now let's go get this on the grill. Okay, so now let's let this sit for a minute. We're gonna get our pasta boiling and then we'll go put this on the grill. Okay, so we got our pot full of water. We're gonna add some salt. We're gonna get this water boiling and we'll go put the chicken on the grill. The chicken's not gonna be on the grill for very long just because of how thinly sliced it is. So let's go do that. We're gonna put our rain jacket on. chicken is on the grill. It won't be out there for long. I just need to go put this in the sink and then we'll step back out there. And then I'm gonna have a plate just inside. That way when the chicken's ready, I can chuck it onto the plate and get back into the house.
So you might be wondering why it is raining in January here in Colorado, and well, it's not. There's actually snow on the ground right now as I'm recording this. However, when I recorded this video, it was the beginning of June of 2023. And we were getting ready for a big camping trip, and we ended up having some abnormally wet and rainy weather for a couple of weeks. And so, no, this video was not actually filmed in January or in the winter time, but it was filmed a little bit ago, and I wanted to still share it with you, and I've been a little delayed. But this chicken Alfredo that we are making ended up being a wonderful freeze dryer meal that we took with us to the Boundary Waters of Minnesota. And it was something that we didn't have to do a lot of prep for. You just add hot water and you let it reconstitute. And it's just like one of those mountain meals or those camping freeze-dried meals that you can get at the store, except we made it ourselves with ingredients that we actually enjoyed. So I apologize for any confusion, but this video was just a little late getting out.
Okay, we're back just in time. Our pasta water just started to boil, and so we can get the pasta going. Again, we're just using our local Kroger brand elbow macaroni for this chicken Alfredo because we are going to freeze dry it. We figured elbow noodles were going to be the easiest way to go. We're just going to put the whole box of macaroni in there. Okay. And you always want to give your pasta a bit of a stir after you put it in to the boiling water, just to keep it from sticking to itself. Okay. And we are going to cook the pasta for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay. So we're going to let the chicken rest for a minute. Okay, so we're going to put our microwave cover over it and we're just going to let that sit. And we'll put these noodles away and then I'll show you what Alfredo sauce we're going to use for this. I don't know if I need one or if I need two, so I'm just going to grab them both out. But we are also using Classico Alfredo sauce, mainly because I just liked the ingredients. I can't reuse these for canning purposes based off of the height of the lid lip. So I can reuse these for other things, just not for canning, but I just liked the ingredients of this Alfredo sauce the best, so this is the one I chose. Okay, and then while the pasta is cooking, I'm going to put some of these dishes into the dishwasher and we'll keep checking back on the pasta. So we're going to go ahead and get them strained. Okay, so we are going to start with one thing of Alfredo. I'm just going to dump it in there. We're gonna get a spatula just to make sure we're not leaving any Alfredo sauce behind. Let's see where. That Alfredo sauce is pretty good. Okay, let's see where one of these gets us. I'm not sure. We may need to add the other one. It's a little runnier than I would like it to be. It's not as thick. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Okay, after some deliberation, we're gonna add the other can of Alfredo sauce. We think that'll make it nice and creamy, especially once we add the chicken. We think the chicken's gonna absorb some of the sauce too. So this way we make sure that we have a nice creamy chicken Alfredo. Oh yeah. 2 Alfredo sauces 100% seems to have been the way to go. Okay. So now we'll let this sit for a minute. I'll rinse this out and then we're gonna chop up our chicken and throw it in there and see if we need to add more chicken. Because I'm making such a large batch, I wasn't sure what quantities of everything that I needed. So we can always add, but it's really hard to take away. So trial by error. We got our knife. Perfect. This chicken is cooked beautifully. We don't want the chunks to be too thick for the freeze drying process. Ooh. This guy might be a little undercooked. I may chuck him into a pan. Okay, so we're gonna get that guy turned on so that way I can finish cooking this chicken because it clearly isn't finished. But because that chicken's not finished, I don't want to cut the rest of the chicken with this knife or that cutting board. So we're gonna clean this up. We've got one more knife, guys. Gone through all of the knives today. It's pretty impressive for me. Perfect. Couple of these thicker pieces just needed a little bit longer to go. Sweet. Okay, I learned that the trick to stainless steel cooking is you want it to be hot, like really, really hot. You want that ball of water to, when you splash water, you want it to become a ball that just glides across the surface. And we're gonna add a touch of oil, nothing significant. And we'll finish that guy off. And we're just trying to finish up the cooking process on that, so they won't be on there for very long at all. Okay. That took no time at all. And that's all it takes. This Alfredo took me probably all of 20 minutes to genuinely like get together. The cooking of the chicken took a little bit of time. That probably took, because I sliced it thin, it took it about 10 to 15 minutes. And then the noodles, you can have the noodles going while you're cooking your chicken. And then all I did was pour the Alfredo sauce over it. But that's it. I'm just gonna let this cool down so then I can get it into the fridge and then into the freezer. And then once I have the freeze dryer available, I am going to portion this out onto trays and we are going to get it into our freeze dryer so we can have some hot, nutritious meals while we are camping in a couple of weeks. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful or beneficial, please pass this along to somebody else who you think may benefit from it. If you also liked it, I would greatly appreciate if you hit the like button and maybe consider subscribing. We're going to do a lot more cooking here in the future. We're also going to be covering some more life skills. If you liked this, stick around, but until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.